From the small settlements in the Kimberleys to the Sydney Opera House, from the West Point Casino to Kalgoorlie and Mount Isa, the people of Australia all know him. Ever since the Slim Dusty show began to feel its way around the outback, they have watched the legend grow. At first he was just a young guitarist who started to play some simple backing behind Slim's singing. Then he was the man who gave us that magic guitar lick for Winter Winds, as well as being the stand-up comic Mulga Dan. By the time he progressed to simple guitar solos and full guitar solos and made his own first recordings, young guitarists all around the country were using his work as an inspiration and a model for their own efforts. Today, with 10 successful albums through Selection Records and many other achievements behind him, he's truly become one of the nation's cherished treasures. All over Australia, country folk have learned to watch for the posters which announce that they're about to hear the master himself leading the wonderful music of the Barry Thornton Show.
Thank you very much indeed. That was just a piece of music we put together a couple of years ago and recorded Of course, on the Selection label, I just couldn't tell you which album it's on, but it's on one of them. Right now we'd like to do a very, very beautiful old gospel tune. I think this is one of my most requested numbers. Do hope you like the way that we handle it here for you this evening, The Old Rugged Cross.
Thank you very much indeed. Pretty old piece, isn't it? You know, there's several different types, well, quite a lot of different types of country music, and it covers just about every subject that you like to think about. You know, the songs about trucks, the songs about dogs and horses and loves, lost loves, and all the rest of it, and etc. There are also rodeo songs, which brings us to our next act. This man would have more rodeo songs released, I think, than any other artist in Australia. Maybe it's because he's connected with the rodeo scene in Victoria and he knows everything about it. He's a man I'm very, very proud to call my friend. Please welcome Mr. Reg Poole.
In a dimly lit bar in the city, you can see her any night of the week, selling her favours to strangers, giving them the pleasure they seek. If you look into her eyes, you'll see sorrow, replacing what used to be pride. You are looking at sweet Annie Johnson, with the ghost of the lady inside. Now the smiles that are part of her business, tender words that are part of the trade, fancy clothes that are Annie's University's diploma. Small reward for the price she has paid. Satisfaction is Annie's illusion, but her pleasure is just a charade. No one cares about poor Annie Johnson. No one cares about the lady inside. Listen to the band. I recall how we once played together, and the way that her dark eyes would shine as I watched her grow into a lady, and I thought she would always be mine. One more round for the boys in the back room, one more round before the passing of time, as a tear falls for sweet Annie Johnson, and a tear for the lady inside. Yes, I remember sweet Annie Johnson, long before the lady had died. In a vine-covered shack in the valley, bravely fighting the battles of time, is a dear one I'll always remember. It's that silver-haired daddy of mine. If I could recall all the heartaches, dear old daddy, I caused you to bear. If I could erase those lines from your face and bring back the gold to your hair, if God would but grant me the power just to turn back the pages of time, I'd give all I own if I could but atone to that silver-haired daddy of mine. Dear old daddy, to repay for the heartaches and cares, 'cause dear mother is waiting in heaven to comfort and solace you there. If I could recall all the heartaches, dear old daddy, I caused you to bear. If I could erase those lines from your face and bring back the gold to your head. Dear old daddy, if God would but grant me the power just to turn back the pages of time, I'd give all I own if I could but atone to that silver-haired daddy of mine, to that silver-haired daddy of mine. Thank you. Do you like the old songs? Okay, what I've got for you now is a story. It's a story where you've got to put yourself in the mood. Am I getting a stool? Thank you for that. What you've got to do is imagine yourself on a dark, stormy night with the wind whistling through the trees, the moon half hidden by the clouds, a little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning, one of those real spooky nights. And the name of the poem is A Grave Situation. There we go. Thank you. A little bit of Aussie humour. Nothing like it, is it? Have we got any rodeo fans out there? Have we? Have you heard of that mad, crazy, dangerous buck and bull called Chainsaw? Have you? I've ridden him a couple of times in the last week. Don't you laugh? Here's a song that was written by Tommy McIver, who's a great cowboy up north. Song simply called Chainsaw. He had a real bad disposition ever since the day his 4 feet hit the ground. That crazy little Brahma cross named Chainsaw, as he tried to cut you down. He'd wreak havoc everywhere he'd go. He was born to rodeo. If Pat Condon was still here, he'd be so proud. That crazy little calf he picked got all the top bull riders licked, and he became the idol of the crowd. Oh, Chainsaw, 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 can you hear the crowd a-roaring? Like an eagle you go soaring from the chute. Such an awesome reputation, every rodeo and nation pays tribute. You're a legend in your lifetime, in a game that cuts the legends down to size. But you're doing all the cutting, and old bull, you've got the whole world mesmerized. Oh, Chainsaw, 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 with your bovine motor revving as you rocket towards heaven once again. The wretched soul upon your back's already been to hell and back before they even pull the pen. But them old judges get it easy, they just draw another circle on the page. The young cowboy's got a memory that'll stay with him till he's turned grey with age. He said, I live for riding bulls, mate, but I'm in it for the glory, not the pain. The last time I flew so high, I was looking out the window of a plane. And he'll hunt you when he's got you down, then go looking for the clown. He loves to hear the mic man say no score, and he's kinda got me wishing that I'd have took up fishing, 'cause bull riding just ain't funny anymore. At the finals down in Tamworth, top rider Davy Johnson called your bluff. 12,000 fans were screaming that the 90 points they gave him weren't enough. But this only made you angry, and since then 200 men have had to pay for what the hand from French's Forest did to Chainsaw on that January day. Oh, Chainsaw, 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 hear the crowd a roaring. Like an eagle you go soaring from the chute. Such an awesome reputation, every rodeo and nation pays tribute. You're a legend in your lifetime, in a game that cuts the legends down to size. But you're doing all the cutting, and old bull, you've got the whole world mesmerised. There's been rank bulls come before you, but none of them have ever flown so high. And I don't believe there'll ever be the likes of you again before I die. So here's to the men that rode you, and that cock-horned Ayrshire cow that gave you birth. And here's to you, old chainsaw, you must surely be the rankest bull on earth. Yes, here's to you, old crazy chainsaw, you must surely be the rankest bull on earth. Thank you very much, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Reg Poole. A couple of weeks ago, I had the pleasure of writing the cover notes for the Sparrows' brand new CD on the Selection label. This was very easy for me because I've watched these kids blossom from just a couple of very talented kids right through to the polished professionals they are today. In their short career, they've travelled already to Switzerland, they've been to Noumea, Honiara, travelled very extensively throughout New Zealand. We're pretty proud of them up our way. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sparrows.
Looking for love in this old world, there's a good chance that you may just never find it. 'Cause love is something that seems to find you at a time when your heart seems to least expect it. And if you're wondering where you go to find the one you're dreaming of at night, stop searching. Love will surely seek you out, touch the strings of your heart and send it reeling. Don't go looking for brand new love on some distant shore. I proved it myself, just let things go, you'll find it soon, I'm sure. Don't waste your time searching for a love that's true. Wandering down some lonely street, hoping today that you may meet somebody to take you through this lonely world, make you feel that you're their one and only. There's times when love can work that way, but mostly you will find it falls apart. Keep it calm and bide your time. Soon enough I know you'll make a new start. Don't go looking for brand new love on some distant shore. I've proved it myself, just let things go, you'll find it soon, I'm sure. Don't waste your time searching for a love that's true. Look for love, let love look for you. Don't spend your life looking for a hand to hold. You're better off looking for a revolved door. Don't go looking for brand new love on some distant shore. I proved it myself, just let things go, you'll find it soon, love look for you. Don't waste your time searching for a love that's true. Don't look for love, let love look for you. Don't look for love, let love look for you. Look for you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's really great to be here tonight. It's great to be a part of this great show. This next few songs that we'd like to do are off our album, just like that last one, called Let Love Look For You. This next one is no exception. It's a song which I wrote about 12 months ago. It's all about trains and people leaving and things like that. It's called I Just Want to Be Gone. Next time you say you're lonely and you think I might be blue, well, you don't have to worry, 'cause I won't be missing you. I'm gonna climb aboard old number 9. I'm gonna ride into the night. And when the morning comes, you can bet your boots I'm gonna be right out of sight. Baby, 'cause I just wanna be gone. I don't wanna be here too long. I wanna ride that one-way track, and I'm never coming back. And there's nothing you can do that's gonna keep me here with you. And my last words are I just wanna be gone. Running out, girl, for you to say your last goodbye. By the time that bright moon rises, I'm gonna be here on the fly. And this old terrain's gonna carry me west, the places that I know, to the country where you can breathe the air, and that's where I wanna go. Baby, 'cause I just wanna be gone. I don't wanna be here too long. I wanna ride that one-way track, I'm never coming back. And there's nothing you can do that's gonna keep me here with you. And my last words are I just wanna be gone. Well, I think it's time to go. I've been here too long, you know. I just thought I'd tell you the news. You don't know the way I feel, but when I ride that ribbon of steel, all my worries I'm gonna lose. Now I just wanna be gone. I don't wanna be here too long. I wanna ride that one-way track, and I'm never coming back. And there's nothing you can do is gonna keep me here with you. And my last words are I just wanna be gone. Oh, baby, nothing you can do is gonna keep me here with you. And my last words are I just wanna be gone. Hey, I've said it before and I'll say it again. My last words are I just wanna be gone. Thank you very much.
The next song I'd like to do for you is one of those heart-tugging love songs, and it's one that I wrote just for the album, and it's entitled Deeper Into That River. So many times I find I'm sitting all alone, knowing what I should have known all along. Right now it seems so hard to tell the reasons why I gave my heart to you to be just thrown aside. like a harbor where the ships don't come in. You took for granted what I felt within, and now I'm trying to send my thoughts across to you, but you're not listening, or someone else is in my shoes, and I'm falling deeper into that river, the river of tears from my eyes. I'm holding on to a love that's only seen from one side, and the water's getting deeper every time I hear your voice. Yes, you're filling up my mind, taking up my time, when I think of all I've lost. Burned so bright, you took the loneliness out of those nights, but now you're gone and the cold wind it blows. It chills right through me, but you'll never know, 'cause I'm falling deeper into that river, the river of tears from my eyes. I'm holding on to a love that's only seen from one side, and the water's getting deeper every time I hear your voice. It's filling up my mind, taking up my time, when I think of all I've lost, 'cause I'm falling deeper into that river, the river of tears from my eyes. I'm holding on to a love that's only seen from one side, and the water's getting deeper every time I hear your voice. Yes, you're filling up my mind, taking up my time, when I think of all I've lost. Yes, you're filling up my mind and taking up my time, when I think of all I've lost.
Thank you. This last song we'd like to do was written for our album really as a tribute to the Queensland country music circuit. We come from Queensland, and up there they have a lot of different country music clubs and festivals and all that sort of thing. So this is written as a tribute to that, and also to all the people who have helped us out in the past, because without people like that we wouldn't be singing here for you tonight. So this is a song, it's also the title track of our album. It's called The Road Ahead. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. We've all got guitars and country shirts, and we reckon we can sing in key. A bunch of kids from Queensland towns travelling in harmony. There was some of it better, some of it worse, but we all made stacks of friends as we packed the vans, headed out of town for another country weekend.
Well, we played bush ballads and gospel songs and country old and new. We smiled to the ground and sang from our hearts. We picked up a trophy or two. Well, we won some and we lost some, but that kept us driving ahead. That's what kept our hearts in the country and our eyes on the road ahead. Thanks to the judges and music clubs, the bands and the helping hands, the lady who sewed the frills on our jackets, and the boys in the backing bands, to the ones we've come to know as friends for wherever those long roads led. You've helped us keep our hearts in the country and our eyes on the road ahead. Out to a 6-lane highway and a place with a brand new name. We can't quite read what the signposts say, and maybe it's fortune and fame. Whether we sing in the opera house or stage note in shed, we'll always keep our hearts in the country and our eyes on the road ahead. If we've been in Tamworth and Redlands, yes, thank you. We'll extend a hand to the moms and dads that helped us struggle through. Thanks to the mates on the tracks we travelled, and we promise you, like we said, we'll always keep our hearts in the country and our eyes on the road ahead. Thanks to the judges and music clubs, the fans and the helping hands, the lady who sewed the frills on our jackets, and the boys in the backing bands, to the ones we've come to know as friends for wherever those long roads led. You've helped us keep our hearts in the country and our eyes on the road ahead, and our eyes on the road ahead. Yes, our eyes on the road ahead. Thank you very much. We hope you've enjoyed our part of the show. We'll see you later. Bye for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, check 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Sparrows. Although you watched him play rhythm guitar here tonight, young Stephen is a very, very hot electric player too, lead player. We wanted him to play, but the guys in the band wouldn't let him. They reckon he was too good. He'd put him to shame. Anyway, over the years, as I've travelled right throughout Australia, this name keeps cropping up. I've heard it right through West Australia, through the Northern Territory, right down as far as Tasmania, Victoria, everywhere. It wasn't until February this year, down at the Great Bungendore Country Muster, that I had the pleasure of sharing the stage with this gentleman. Listening to him sing, watch his stagecraft, his whole act, it was absolutely fantastic. I can assure you that his reputation as a great entertainer is very, very well deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Paul McLeod.
Why don't you wake me over Canberra? we'll be almost home by then. The doctors gave her little time. They said, why don't you take her home? She said, please don't tell the children. There's no need for them to know. And as I wheeled her to the plane, it was very late at night. She said, wake me over Canberra. Yes, I'm fine, I'll be alright. Why don't you wake me over Canberra? It'll be breaking dawn by then. We'll see those Brindabella Mountains and the banks of Burley Griffin. It'll be good to see the children and hold their bodies close again. Why don't you wake me over Canberra? We'll be almost home by then. But when I tried to wake her, her eyes no longer showed the pain, and those Brindabella Mountains in my memory will remain. For I knew she'd gone to heaven, be at peace forevermore, looking down upon the mountain and Lake Burley Griffin shore. Why don't you wake me over Canberra? It'll be breaking dawn by then. We'll see those Brindabella Mountains and the banks of Burley Griffin. It'll be good to see the children and hold their bodies close again. Why don't you wake me over Canberra? We'll be almost home by then. Why don't you wake me over Canberra? We'll be almost home by then. Thank you kindly. I know that a lot of people find great comfort in going to church and praying in church. Helly and I and the cat Chloe, we travel all the way around Australia, and we find great comfort in pulling into the Murray River and places like that in little secluded pockets and sitting under a big red gum. This is just one of those chapels that the Lord has provided around the country, and there's quite a few of them. Here's a little story about it. I sometimes go where blue gums form a steeple on the hill. The wattle is a golden altar where the air is still. This setting brings a calm to those who need their faith restored. I surely must be standing in the chapel of the Lord. Refuge where God's creatures roam the bushland without fear, while I'll be the emu and the possum are all here. This hallowed ground I'll walk with them, where freedom is assured. For each of us is welcome in the chapel of the Lord. With the one I love beside me, there is happiness to share. And when we share so much, I know the Lord has heard our prayer. 'Cause it's peaceful where the earth and heaven are on one accord. I ought to stand here with my loved one in the chapel of the Lord. Here's Andrew. Wild breezes blowing softly seem to sing how great thou art. The troubled mind can find contentment deep within the heart. But there's comfort where the blue gums form a steeple to the sky. As anyone who's lingered here will surely testify. With the one I love beside me, there is happiness to share. And when we share so much, I know the Lord has heard our prayer. 'Cause it's peaceful where the earth and heaven are all one accord. To stand here with my loved one in the chapel of the Lord. To stand here with my loved one in the chapel of the Lord. Thank you. This is a little bit different sort of a story. It tells of a young man who was going with a girl for some time, and finally he got up courage and he said, "Will you marry me?" She said, "How much money have you got?" He said, "Oh, gee," he said, I hadn't thought of that. Actually, I'm broke." "Oh, well," she said, "I love you, but I couldn't marry you. Love doesn't buy mink furs and Rolls Royces and trips around the world." So this inspired the young man to go out and become a multi-millionaire. And he came back 20 years later and posed the same question again. What a fool, eh? If these things can make the difference, name the night. I can give you anything that dollar bills can buy. This is no empty promise, no pie up in the sky. I can buy you pretty dresses or your very own plane to fly. So if these things can make the difference, name the night. Name the night, name the morning, name the church. My world is dawning. I can give you anything that dollar bills can buy. So if these things can make the difference, name the night. Once you said you felt you loved me, but your mind did not concur. I could not afford a diamond or a fine white mink fur. You said you needed someone that could provide these things for you. So if these things can make the difference, name the night. Name the night, name the morning, name the church. My world is dawning. I can give you anything that dollar bills can buy. So if these things can make the difference, name the night. From the first time that I saw you across a crowded room, I knew I really loved you. My heart began to boom. You just swept me off of my feet with your smile and your style. So now let's spend some time together and let me love you for a while. Name the night, name the morning, name the church. My world is dawning. I can give you anything that dollar bills can buy. So if these things can make a difference, name the night. Here's Darren. Well, I've waited 20 years for this moment to be real. Lost a little fear, lost a little zeal, but my heart still feels the same, so please don't turn it to steel. Say you love me, darling, and forevermore you will. Name the night, name the morning, name the church. My world is dawning. I can give you anything that dollar bills can buy. So if these things can make a difference, name the night. If these things can make a difference, name the night. If these things can make a difference, name the night. If these things can make a difference, name the night. Thank you. Could we have a little wine, please? Good morning, darling. Say it's good to see you. Tell me what you're doing back in town. Are you here for a while, or are you just passing through? Hey, I'll tell you what I'd like to do. Free, I could take you to dinner tonight. I'd arrange a quiet table for two. We could dance, have a drink, talk about all good times, pass the hours the way we used to do. Let me wine you and dine you in a quiet little restaurant, place that is far from the bright lights of town, where you won't find a disco or a rock and roll band, and the soft candle glow kindles memory. Though we're no longer lovers, I guess the magic's still there. Maybe absence hasn't made the heart fonder. We were young, we were foolish when you went away. Like good wine, love matures when it's older. Let me wine you and dine you in a quiet little restaurant, place that is far from the bright lights of town, where you won't find a disco or a rock and roll band, and the soft candle glow kindles memories. Sing it with me. Let me wine you and dine you in a quiet little restaurant, place that is far from the bright lights of town, where you won't find a disco or a rock and roll band. And the soft candle glow kindles memory. And the soft candle glow kindles memory. Let the soft candle glow kindle memory. Thank you.
Mr. Paul McLeod. Thank you very much indeed. That was Andrew Claremont leading the band in some very, very tight precision playing, doing an instrumental version of a number called Homeward, which incidentally is the title track of Liz Crago's brand new CD album, this time on her own label. We, all of us here at Selection, wish her the very, very best with it. Talking about lovely ladies in show business, the next lady I'd like to introduce is all the way down from Bundaberg. In 1988, our bicentennial year, Evelyn was voted the top female vocalist in Australia, which is quite an achievement because there's some good ones out there. She's 4 CDs later, she's well and truly cemented her place in Australian country music. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from Bundaberg, Miss Evelyn Berry.
Oh, if your nights ever get so cold, every little sound that you hear makes you feel like you're so alone, and you need someone to hold you tight, somebody whose love's around you, somebody's arms around you, somebody who was there to let you know that you're not alone. I will stay with you I will stay till you're not afraid. When shadows fall on lonely nights, and every minute seems it'll last for a lifetime, call me then, call on the wind, and you know that I'll come running. I'll be there before you know it. I'll be there to let you know that you're not alone, and you'll stay with you through the long nights. I will stay with you till the rain stops falling. Stay with you till the clouds all fade. I will stay till you're not afraid. I'll be there before you know it. I'll be there to let you know that you're not alone, and you I will stay with you through the long nights. I will stay with you till the rain stops falling. Stay with you till the clouds all fade. I will stay till you're not afraid. I will stay with you through the long night. I will stay with you till the rain stops falling. Stay with you till the clouds all fade. I will stay till you're not afraid. Thank you. Thank you very much. We've just brought out an album. It's very, very young. It's only 4 or 5 days old. It's called The Fire Still Burns in Me. And on this album, we've tried to cover just about as many moods as we possibly can. There's songs to dance to, and there's songs to cuddle with. And there's some intimate songs like this particular one. So I'm going to sit down and get all intimate. Anybody ever sat down and played cards? Cards can tell you all sorts of things. I wrote this when I wasn't playing cards, and it goes like this. Here I am, all alone, playing solitaire again. I place the cards down one by one. Red jack, black 10. The ace is high, the 2 is low, and so much in between. Where is the king? Where did he go? I need him for the queen. She's playing solitaire. The joker's wild, the deck is stacked, or so it seems to be. Cold stares from the lifeless faces, are they mocking me? If you take the chance and deal the cards, you must accept the score. Think I'll pass, throw in my hand, and not play anymore this game of solitaire. alone. He's high, she's low. Where did he go? Can't find him anywhere. Hearts stand for love, or so they say, but now I'm not so sure. Their chances of becoming trumps are only 1 in 4. And if diamonds are forever, then I don't understand the meaning of this golden ring you placed upon my hand. A diamond solitaire. The joke is wild, the deck is stacked, or so it seems to be. The cold stares from the lifeless faces, are they mocking me? If you take the chance and deal the cards, you must accept the score. Think I'll pass, throw in my hand, and not play anymore. This game of solitaire. She's playing solitaire. Thank you. Just to reassure you that it's not really an album to cut your wrist by. We've done a couple of bright numbers exactly like this one now. What'll I do if the sun don't shine? Well, I don't think I'd really mind if I've got you by my side. And what'll I do if the sun don't shine? Well, I don't think I'd really mind if I've got you. I'll get by. And I don't think I'd really care if a cyclone hit the town, or if birds were flying backwards and the trees grew upside down. And I wouldn't take a second look if the stars stayed out all day, 'cause I'm quite oblivious to all the trivias when you walk my way. Hey, and I don't care if the cold wind blows, I'll just smile, thumb my nose. If I've got you, I'll get by. What'll I do if the sun don't shine? Well, I don't think I'd really mind if I've got you by my side. And what'll I do if it don't rain? Well, I don't think I'll complain if I've got you. I'll get by. And I don't think I'd really care if a cyclone hit the town, or if birds were flying backwards and the trees grew upside down. And I wouldn't take a second look if the stars stayed out all day, 'cause I'm quite oblivious to all the trivias when you walk my way. Hey, and I don't care if the cold wind blows, I'll just smile and thumb my nose. If I've got you, I'll get by. Baby, I've got you, and I'll get by. Thank you. Over the years, a lot of songs come and go, but there's those songs that seem to just hang in there, the songs that get requested, and the songs you sing just simply because you like singing them. And this particular song still is my very favourite John Williamson song, and it still goes like this.
1, 2, 3.
You know those old things only make you cry. When you dream upon that little bunny ride, makes you feel that life has passed you by. There are days when you wish the world would stop, woman, but then you know some wounds would never heal. As I browse the early pages of the children, then I know exactly how you feel. It's July and the winter sun is shining, and the coup de main water is my friend. And all at once my childhood never left me, 'cause water blossoms bring it back again. It's Sunday and you should stop the worry, woman. Come out here and sit down in the sun. Can't you hear the magpies in the distance? And don't you feel a new day has begun? And can't you hear the bees making honey, woman, in the spotted gums where the bellbirds ring? You might grow old and bitter 'cause you missed it. You know, some people never hear such things. It's July and the winter sun is shining, and the coup de main water is my friend. And all at once my childhood never left me, 'cause water blossoms bring it back again. Don't buy the daily papers anymore, woman. Read all about what's going on in hell. They don't care to tell the world of kindness. Good news never made a paper sell. There's all the colors of the rainbow in the garden, woman, and symphonies of music in the sky. Heaven's all around us if you're looking, but how can you see it if you cry? It's July and the winter sun is shining, and the Christmas water is my friend. And all at once my childhood never left me, 'cause water blossoms bring it back again. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Evelyn Berry. Time for a big hand for this wonderful backing band you're hearing behind us. How about a big clap for them, eh? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mr. Barry Thornton.
much indeed. To open, that was a number that was became the trademark of one of our very, very early pioneer country groups called the Webb Brothers. Old Bellbird they made Bellbird very, very famous, I can assure you. Next number we'd like to do for you was written actually by Eric Watson, recorded by Owen Blundell, and then I think I've done a couple of instrumental versions of this one. Hope you like it. It's called The Queen of Ice. Very much indeed. During his long and very distinguished career, Slim Dusty has really and truly written some beautiful music. The next song I'd like to play for you is one of his, I think, better ones. Of course, that's only my opinion, but there you go. And to help me out with this one, we have two very, very fine guitar players standing in behind me here doing nothing, taking it easy. And we're going to call them forward and drop this one right on them. Do hope you like the way that we do this one for you. It's called Born to Be a Rolling Stone. You got to do an introduction there, Darren, or what?
Oh, we have a lot of fun. I guarantee you. Right now, Eric just did mention the band, but I think they've done a heck of a job because they've crammed about 3 weeks rehearsal into a day and a half. They've really done wonders. And I'd like to introduce them to you individually, and I'd like you to show your appreciation for them, or help me to show appreciation for them as I introduce them. First of all, on drums, we have David. Give Dave a big hand. And on bass, that's Phil. Give it down for Phil. On pedal steel, we have Mark. On keyboards, that's Dale. 2 rhythm guitars, 2 of the best in the business, Charlie and Darren. Our musical director and now on didgeridoo, Andrew Claremont. With the guys, we're going to do a number called Hackadoo Safari. Cool. That's hard work, believe it or not. Yeah, sing out now. Okay. Undoubtedly the fastest rising star in the bush ballad field of the Australian country music is a young fella that hails all the way from the Sydney area, or more accurately, out around Penrith. He's cast in the mould of just about all the great bush balladeers, but yet he has his own very, very unique style and his big, distinctive, deep voice. We're sure you're going to enjoy some numbers from this man. Give him a big welcome, please, Mr. Glenn Jones.
Did you see my old mate yesterday? Was he going home, did he say? His last homeward ride to Deer and Bandy. And was his old face kind of pale, like he'd been some time in jail? And did he still have a scotch and soda handy? He's never inside a cell, it's just that he don't feel too well.
and the jugheads and the twisters have taken their toll. And what he's been through and done, you see, is legend to blow like me. And would you believe he's really not so old? But he gave a thrill to many a crowd, from old Isa to the sea. And he's covered grounds of black soil, red and sandy. And I wonder if you saw him, and was there a word for me, that he's heading home for one last ride, home in Deer and Bandy. His hair and beard were 3 parts grey when we were drinking the other day. He was talking about years of falls and booze and scars. Then a tear came to his eye, mumbled something about he'd soon die. But I lost him in that crowded city bar. Faded jeans and dated shirts, hiding inside years of hurt. His nightly bed, just a bench on an old park lawn. Old possessions down the years, hawked for whiskey, wine and beer. And now it seems there's nothing left to pawn. But he gave a thrill to many a crowd, from old Isa to the sea. And he's covered grounds of black soil, red and sandy. And I wonder if you saw him, and was there a word for me, that he's heading home for one last ride, home in Deer and Bandy. That he's heading home for one last ride, home in Deer and Bandy. Thank you. Thanks very much, everyone. And it's great to be back here in country music capital once again. That song, by the way, was released a few months back on our brand new CD album with Selection Records, Son of the Soil, which was written, well, that song in particular, was written by my good mate Rick Ford from over Port Macquarie way, as is this next one, which we simply call With the Mitchell Grass, One Screw. They used to say Australia rode upon a jumbuck's back. There used to be, not long ago, drovers on the track. The country was a bushland, wildlife everywhere. But what used to be's not anymore, not many left to care. On Gunbar Station years ago, not so long it seems, it took all hands 3 days to muster just one paddock clean. Gun shearers from all over came to take a pen, and still the shed ran 7 weeks till they moved on again. Yeah, I saw country out there we won't see again, out there where now it's dusty plain, out where bush breezes blew, out where the Mitchell grass once grew. Some time ago, somewhere out west, I saw the paddocks bare, but the stock roots in between had Mitchell fodder everywhere. But no sign of a sheep or beast, none travelled there for years. The old ringer sitting next to me was very close to tears. He remembered droughts of old by nature, never caused by man, and how they've let the outback go he'll never understand. Lignum, Genji, Coolabah, so few and far between. It seems Australia fair of yesteryear was just a dream. Yeah, he saw country out there we won't see again. Out there where now it's dusty plain. Out where bush breezes blow. Out where the Mitchell grass once grew, Charlie. Now on my coloured telly, there's a black and white replay, a documentary to remind me of those good old days. Good husband rode the outback, a bushman's way of life. But now they've gone, no women wonder, the outback is in strife. In days gone by, when drought time came, we'd take our axe in hand. We'd love to scrub at shoulder height, not decimate the land. Stock fodder from the treetops grew back in just a year. But when we saw the chainsaw come, the timber disappeared. Yeah, we saw country out there we won't see again. Out there where now it's dusty plains. Out where bush breezes blow. Out where the Mitchell grass once grew. Out where the Mitchell grass once grew.
Thank you, thanks very much. Yeah, things are certainly crook on the land, folks, for one reason or another, and things are rather crook everywhere, as I'm sure a lot of you know. All around this great country of ours, you see little signs. They're nailed everywhere on telegraph poles, fences, nearly everywhere. Saturday morning specials, they are. They're called garage sales, folks, and this recession that we've been in for the last few years has brought them out of the woodworks. Anyway, this song is simply titled The Garage Sale. It's a bit of fun, a bit of a humorous piece, and it goes something very much like this.
Well, he said $3 and take it out. It was a bargain without a doubt. But I said it's all chipped at the end of the spout. I got a thing about garage sales. He said, yeah, well, it's in a pretty sad state. $1.50, you'll take it, mate. I said, fair enough, that sounds great, because I love garage sales. Yeah, but what'll I do with another teapot? Put it up in the kitchen cupboard, that's what. With the other 57 I got them all from garage sales. I got a heap of push bikes out in the shed. I've got a doorstop made from a horse's head. 15 potties under me bed. I've got a box for breeding snails. A radio set without a dial. I've got a stack of clothes way out of style. A toilet seat in the shape of a smile. I got it cheap from a garage sale. Yeah, only came here to have a look. Buy a plant or two, maybe a book. Going home with 3 ducks and a one-legged chook. I'm a sucker for garage sales. It's amazing what some people will sell. Oh, I don't need it, but what the hell? I could always use another doorbell, especially one from a garage sale. Does it go ding-dong or ding-a-ling? Beg your pardon, mate, it doesn't ring. Well, what's the use of the bloody thing? Yeah, it's a typical garage sale. I got a heap of push bikes out in the shed. I've got a doorstop made from a horse's head. 15 potties under me bed. I've got a box for breeding snails. A radio set without a dial. I've got a stack of clothes way out of style. A toilet seat in the shape of a smile. I got it cheap from a garage sale. No, mate, I don't want a garden gnome or a multicoloured plastic dome. I got marijuana growing at home. I got that from a garage sale. Speak up, old son. What's that you say? Yeah, what's the bargain of the day? No, I won't buy you, missus, no flaming way. You can stick your garage sale. Well, how'd you be, eh? Just can't win. Look at all this stuff I bought again. Need another garage to put it all in. Think I'll buy one from a garage sale. I got a heap of push bikes out in the shed. I've got a doorstop made from a horse's head. 15 potties under me bed. I've got a box for breeding snails. A radio set without a dial. I've got a stack of clothes way out of style. A toilet seat in the shape of a smile. I got a cheap from a garage sale. Haven't been going to use that toilet seat yet. Frightened at my clothes would smell. I'll tell you what I'll do for you, mate. See that thing over there? I'll give you $5 for it. What is it, by the way? You don't know either? Well, I'll give you $2.50 because, let's face it, it's got to come in handy for something. Thank you very much. We'll finish up my little part of tonight, folks, with the title track of that very new CD album with Selection Records, written by myself and a good mate of mine called Glenn Ford, and we called this one The Son of the Soil. Mother Nature shows me beauty in everything I see. Father Time has given me some precious memories. These lines upon my face, oh, what time has replaced for my toil. Father Time and Mother Nature raised me a son of the soil. In the rugged highland country on the steep mountainside, this is where the man from Snowy River made his ride. They'd herd the mountain cattle down onto the lower plain. Now the ghostly crackers, stock whips of old had left this place. The spurs would loudly jingle while the sound of horses mingled with the choir of the bushland on their rugged mountain ride. This place remains a monument of Mother Nature's pride. But the stockmen have long gone along with songs of Father Time. Mother Nature shows me beauty in everything I see. Father Time has given me some precious memories. These lines upon my face, oh, what time has replaced for my toil. Father Time and Mother Nature raised me a son of the soil. Now I blend into this city full of concrete, glass and steel, where the history of the bushland I no longer feel. Through the flashing lights of neon nights I can read the sign. They're killing Mother Nature at the hands of Father Time. In the gritty mist of daylight as I board this morning train, with graffiti on the walls that seem to come from outer space, I'd like to take these people to a special place of mine, where Mother Nature's standing hand in hand with Father Time. Mother Nature shows me beauty in everything I see. Father Time has given me some precious memories. These lines upon my face, oh, what time has replaced for my toil. Father Time and Mother Nature raised me a son of the soil. Father Time and Mother Nature raised me a son of the soil. Son of the soil. Thanks very much, folks. We'll see you all next time.
And thank you very much, Mr. Glenn Jones. That brings our show almost to a close tonight. Before we do close it off, I have just one more very pleasant duty to perform for you, and that is to bring all the artists back on stage again to sing one final farewell number. Starting with the gentleman from down in Shepparton, Victoria, the gentle giant of country music, Mr. Poole. From Brisbane in Queensland, the Sparrows. The man from Tamworth Springs, Mr. Paul McLeod. And our very favourite lady from Bundaberg up in Queensland, Miss Evelyn Berry. From Tamworth, New South Wales, Glenn Jones. And last but by no means least, that man from Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, Perth, all over the place, all over Australia, Mr. Barry Thornton.
It was back in '36 when country music came to town. Tex had wrote a few songs and he came to put his music down. Regal's on a phone, cut those early 78s. And the man on the wireless said, country's really big these days. Here's Glenn.
Well, we heard him sing about where the white-faced cattle roam, and Australia come to see the Buddy Williams travelling show. Then Slim hit the road, soon became a household name. They were saying back then, country's really big these days. Bring out the fiddle, rousing up the blood, like we did back then on those old-time country shows. 'Cause we remember our roots and the pioneers who paved the way. Now everybody's saying country's really big these days.
They were around today to hear everybody say country's really big these days. Bring out the fiddle, rousing up the road, like they did back then on those old-time country shows. 'Cause we remember our roots and the pioneers who paved the way. Everybody's saying country's really big these days.
Yeah, from Tamworth Springs to Tamworth, country's really big these days.
From Bundaberg to Poole, country's really big these days.
From Perth to Thursday Island, country's really big today.